Hey, Keith Pelchat here from KeithPelchat.com. I help small business entrepreneurs create success fast so that you can live your dream lifestyle. Today, I wanted to talk to you about 5 methods to find video content ideas that your audience wants to hear from you. And so, quick video, I want to just put this out, give you some ideas and some thoughts. So, first tip that I got for you is simply pay attention to the videos that you're watching. Right? Because if you're watching this information, this content, and you like it, then it must be something that people that are like you would also like, and they're probably really good prospects for you because of the synergies that you would have from your personality perspective there. So maybe keep a log of the videos that you watch. Keep track on how many views are those videos getting, so that you know which ones are more popular than others, which kind of can guide you towards building some content versus other content. Now, I'm not saying that you should steal the content from those videos that you're watching, but certainly you could use them as a way to model content that you're going to create and come up with ideas for the things that you want to talk to your audience about. Put your own spin on it. Definitely make sure that it's all yours and it's original, but with your personality, I'm sure people will love it. So that's tip number 1. Pay attention to the videos that you're watching. Tip number 2, a very difficult thought process here going into this one. When you have people that you'd like to give them content that they are interested in, how about if you ask them what they want? I mean, come on, don't overthink this here, right? So if you have a Facebook page, or if you have an email list, or if you've got Messenger subscribers, certainly put out some requests to your audience so that you can ask them what they're interested in. So one of the things that I've done on my Facebook page here recently is I went ahead and put a post up said looking to provide the most beneficial content and value that I can in 2019. What business building or marketing topics do you want to know more about? Drop a comment. So I boosted that post. I'm going to let it run for a few days. I spent $15. I'm starting to get some engagement on this. So these people, I will reach out to each of these people individually and ask them why they'd like to post, and what did they have any particular thoughts about content that they'd like to see. So you can see that there's a simple way to create for a few dollars some engagement that's going to allow me to actually start to get some real feedback that's going to be helpful as I'm building my content plan for 2019. So tip number 2, ask your audience. Now, another way that you can ask your audience is you can do a poll, right? So here, let's create a poll. So I'm gonna use the poll option from creating a new post, and I'm gonna ask something here. What topic would you most like to learn more about? So you're in health and wellness, so you could say keto diet, and you could say paleo diet here for option number 2. Whatever. You could add some more options in here, and then set this poll to run for a period of time, and post it out to your for a period of time here, and then post it out to whoever the appropriate people is, and share it when you want to share it, and then get the feedback. So let's say you've got these 2 options here. What if keto diet gets 500 votes and the paleo diet gets 1? Well, obviously you would only do the content for the keto diet. But what if the keto diet gets 100 votes and the paleo diet gets 75 votes? Well, then you do them both, right? So you've got plenty of feedback telling you that people want to hear about both topics. So put out content about both things, and it gives you more options of content to put out, and you get to serve more people. And as entrepreneurs, we're trying to solve problems, right? So if people are experiencing problems and they want to make a change in their diet, in this case, then having multiple alternatives available for them would be a great option, a great idea, right? So that would be an alternative that I would put up there for you. Tip number 2, ask your audience, do a poll. Tip number 3, okay, so we're going to spy on comments. What? So, when you have comments in Facebook posts or in Facebook groups, or how about this, on YouTube videos, right? So let's go here, take a look at these YouTube videos, and just this one's got 24,000. Let's find one that's got this one right here. Top 4 drinks that make intermittent fasting easier, right? So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to take a look at it. We're not going to watch the video, but
bringing you some awesome content, and that means
look
stepping up
here. You can see that there's a lot of comments on this video. I picked one that had like millions of views, so I knew there'd be a lot of comments here, right? But you can come through these comments and find information that people are excited about. That was great information about blah 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 blah, whatever the video was talking about. So that way people are like, hey, this is something that I liked, and so now you can say this is something that I can feel confident that other people are going to like, because there's many people in this list of comments for these videos that others have produced that people are watching, and they're telling me what they want to hear. Right, so spy on comments. Go to Facebook groups that you belong to that are relative to your industry and your business. Go to the videos on YouTube that you're watching and take a look there and see what the comments look like there. Go to Facebook posts for people that are leaders in your industry or your competitors even, and go steal ideas from what your competitors are doing. Right, so is any of that immoral or improper? No, absolutely not. There's nothing wrong with doing that, because there's in all likelihood your competitors are doing the same thing to you. So and that's cool. That's fine. It's an abundant world. There's room for all of us to make a good living, right? So tip number 4. Let's think about going to Amazon, for example, and I'm going to type a search in here for marketing books. And one of the cool things that happens when you look at the books that are being sold here at Amazon, and this also works for products too, by the way. So we're looking at the books here. You can see this book has 70 reviews. This book has 876 reviews. It means a lot of people have purchased this book, because not everybody that purchases it does a review for it, right? So maybe 5 or 10% does. So there's been thousands and thousands of copies of this book that have been sold. So let's go take a look at the reviews here, and you can see that people are putting in substantial information in here in these reviews, right? And so from all these views over here on the left, these are the positive reviews. There's 850 of them, right? So you can get some great information about things that people are excited about these books. But here's a super stealth technique. Like I said earlier, we're entrepreneurs and we're trying to solve problems, right? So let's go find out the critical reviews, and let's take a look at all the critical reviews and see what people did not like about this book. And that can give us the problems that they're experiencing with this content, so that we can go ahead and create content that solves that problem, so that we're going out and attacking the issue that they're experiencing, giving them the solution that they're looking for. And so that's a great way, using Amazon book reviews or product reviews. So that's tip number 4. Now, my favorite tip of all here is actually something that I learned from Ray Higdon recently, and I thought it was just eye-opening for me, and it was kind of one of the reasons that I wanted to put this whole post together. And it's simply just do this. I'm going to come here into Google, and I'm going to search for, how about yoga magazine covers for 2018? And I'm going to turn this into an image search, and I'm just going to get a visualization of all of the yoga covers of magazines relative to yoga. So if you're a yoga instructor, could you come on here and go, feel your best, ease aches and pains, or build strength and flexibility? There's a couple of possible content items right there. How about 4 poses to fix a bad back? If you're a yoga instructor, these are things that you might know about, and your audience could find these things to be helpful and useful. How to sequence like a pro masterclass, right? So let's take a look at the next one, right? So here, yoga to power up your day, energy to blast flow from Dylan Ayalu, right? Or yoga for children, right? So these are great options. So I'm going to go through a couple of additional magazine cover types to kind of show you that this covers just about everyone. I'm not going to go and read every magazine cover and kind of give you the ideas, but you can see that just looking at the magazine covers is going to give you some options here. So let's come back up here and let's try a different industry. How about brewing beer? look at that. All kinds of magazine covers here, right? So No Stopping Stomping Ground is Australia's best brew pub. IPA, the next generation. Cider apples for all. So how about, some topics there? So host the best beer tasting party. How can you do that in your area, right? So beer brewing. If you're a brewer, do you think you can get some ideas by looking just at these covers here, right? So what about digital marketing? Sure, look at that. Again, just start clicking on these and taking a look through them, and you can find 5 ways to increase conversions with video, right? So awesome topic ideas here, right? 12 secret Facebook features every marketer should be using, right? So great, so what that someone else has done it? It doesn't matter. Your audience may not have seen that, or your spin on it is going to be a little bit different. So it's still going to be valuable and useful, and it's going to show your audience that you're producing things that are interesting to them, and you're going to be helpful to them. A lot of people are in health and wellness, so let's take a look at health and wellness magazine covers for 2018. So look at longevity, women's health, strong women's wellness, good health. How about if we change this here and just say fitness, because it might be a little bit different, right? So even just in this one category, you can see longevities here, health, women's health, coach, men's health, right? So you're seeing all these different magazine covers, right? And if you just start looking through these, and you can find the topics that are being presented just on the covers of these magazines. You don't even have to buy the magazine to actually get the ideas. How about this? Next time you're at the grocery store, just take a look at the magazines that are right up there. If you're in health and wellness particularly, look at the magazine covers that are being posted all around the checkout area at the grocery store, right? Those are the magazines that sell the most copies. That's why they're there by the checkout, because people like them, and if they're there, you're likely to grab them as an impulse item and take them with you. You don't even have to buy them. Now, because they're right there and they're a good impulse item, you could go ahead and buy them, and then you can get some structure to the content and the way you might model it. Again, I'm not promoting that you steal the content that's in there. I am promoting that you can use that as a way to model the content that you create, that's your content, and get some ideas on how to do that, right? So those are the 5 tips I have for you. Just to recap, first one is pay attention to the videos that you're watching. That'll give you great video content ideas, because if you like it, someone else is going to like the same thing that you like. Tip number 2, ask your audience. Just directly ask them, what do you want to know more about? Or do a poll or something like that. So ask your audience is a great way to get ideas, because they'll tell you what they want to know more about. Tip number 3 is to spy on the comments, from videos or from Facebook posts, from comments that are in groups, wherever you can find comments. Take a look at those comments and figure out if there's any interesting information in those comments that can be helpful for you to come up with ideas for content that you could create. Tip number 4, use Amazon book reviews or product reviews, and look at both the positive reviews to get the things that people are excited about, and the super stealth tip was to look at the negative reviews and figure out what the problems people had with that content were, so that you can solve those problems and produce content that fills a gap, right? And then tip number 5 is to do an image search on Google for the magazine covers for the magazines that are in your industry. And I gave you some ideas on particular industries. If I didn't do your industry there, I bet if you do a similar search for your industry name, space magazine covers, you'll see that there's a lot of options there for you. And I wanted to just thank you very much for paying attention, and I hope you found this valuable. If you did, I'd love for you to subscribe to my email list so that I can send you more content that's like this, great, useful, valuable information, tips. Also, you can message me on Facebook. I'll give you a link in the actual blog post on the website that you can use to message me directly through my Facebook page. And I look forward to you reaching out to me, and then let me know how I can help you. Oh, by the way, feel free to go to my Facebook page and add your ideas on what content you'd like me to provide for you. So that's it. Have a great day, and thanks again. I'll talk to you soon.